Hello? Oh well. Guess my button for my mute button is on the underneath my mic, so it's easily pressed. I don't even know when that junk gets pressed. Yeah, I was over here telling Keys like Keys, yo, tell that nigga that I'm in the kitchen right now. Hmm. Close it. Good job. You say you want hot sauce? Okay. You gotta wait a little bit while it cools down. This A1 sauce tripping on us. Put that joint on that nigga food. He put hot sauce on his noodles. But I was gonna put soy sauce on it. Yes. Yeah, possibly tonight. Yes. What? Huh? Why didn't you say that when I was making his noodles to begin with? Hmm? You don't even know what you're trying to say. You trying to make an excuse. Okay. Okay. Clearly, he's still in bed, sir. All right, let's go, big head person. Come on. Here you go, since you like to cover up all the time. You good? Good. Yes. Oh. Stop yelling. Yes, you are. I don't. What? I said stop yelling. Simple. Stop yelling. Last time I'm telling you. Yes. Yes, I'm making you food. So good. Let me taste some. Mmm. Mmm. So good. Hmm. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Hmm. You got a lot too. Yeah. See. In the other world, you get like more XP and shit. The higher you go up. That stuff, dude. I mean, it takes like three people to agree. So somebody did it. Yeah, 'cause it's hot. Mm-hmm. Mm. But I gave you hot sauce. I put both of them in there. You just can't see it. So good. You're supposed to do this. See? Jay, your noodles are hot. So So be careful. Or you can let it cool down for a little bit. All right. Huh? What? You was already cooling it down, sir. So just sit there. Huh? Why? It's already going to cool down. It doesn't matter. Mm. Oh, I go do that all the time, shorty. Mhm.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this carries into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty good to stand on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now Eckler. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
No, you're not.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. That one caught by Gibson. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
A gain of 27 on the play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
From the gun is Eason. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Sanders. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
To throw on 3rd down, Eason.
Oh, my God.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Texans.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. From the gun, Eason. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Oh, my God.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Come on, son. I should have been smack that nigga, bro.
Gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line.
I guess
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. And again, it's Prescott. Open here, Adam Thielen. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
On for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
1st and 10. Eason gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry.
Eason's pass.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Eason. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson, complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And it's 3rd.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They go play action with Eason. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Samuel, incomplete. Brings up 4th.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
They're on 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it. Not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Flush to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
36-yard line.
Prescott from the gun.
Thank you.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Finally got
It's
that
Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
2nd down, here's Eason. Left side here to Sanders. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Oh, my God.
And that is incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Oh, seriously?
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are in the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason, catch is made by Herring. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 17 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And able to haul it in is Kittle. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Antonio Gibson there to make the grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Is good.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Prescott. Open man is Thielen is complete. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Wow.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down, Eckler. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Flush to his right.
Get the...
That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. They get back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Dillon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. And I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed.
Oh,
What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 26-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. He's back to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Huh?
Back to throw. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Back to throw. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. On both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, Let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because it's going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.